Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to a rather somber live stream here. And yeah, really, this seems to be the goodbye from this chapter of the book club and Lewis Kirk. And as you could see there with the stream, your video was removed due to a copyright removal request, and your YouTube channel is scheduled to be removed on the 16th of July, which is tomorrow. And it also says, along with any associated channels. And so that could mean this very channel that we're streaming on now, the original Lewis Kirk channel, may very well be taken down too. I don't know how it will go, and I don't know how it will look, to be honest. There's been video takedowns before, there's been issues before, but never have we come to this serious closure. And so, yeah, sadly, this channel may go, but certainly the book club channel may go. And so let me just share my thoughts and reflections over the last week, really. Like Graham says, welcome the shock, and I think that's the only thing for it. And hello there, everyone, and thanks for coming to have this farewell stream. But the main sort of emotions, I suppose, I was feeling, as Graham said, is shock, but also, the two main thoughts that came to mind as I was going through the process was impermanence and non-attachment. Very spiritual of me, but a Peace Rider will get to that, my friend, and check the description. So the pain comes, and the pain was coming from the attachment to the channel. I'm attached to book club, all of the subscribers and clubbers, the weekly interactions, all of the amazing time we'd spent together, that I was attached to that. And so by giving up the attachment, the pain goes away. And of course, there's nothing else for it, because it's out of my hands. It's outside of my control. And also impermanence, in a sense, it's lucky that no one close to me had to die. I didn't lose my mother or father or any of my family. I just lost this amazing YouTube channel. And so the impermanence of it all, the fact that nothing is permanent, especially a YouTube channel where you're dancing over the copyright line, as we often were. And so that's really the two main things that come from it. And I think it's a good lesson for me, and moving forward, it's helped to instill these principles that come from these religious and philosophical traditions that we'll be speaking about more moving into the new channel. But the absolute main thing that's come out of all this is you guys, the clubbers, the contributors, the community. It appears to me, from all of the love, condolences and gratitude I've got on the post since the bad news, is that this community, it supersedes the channel itself. It supersedes this Lewis Kirk channel or the book club channel, because this is what we've been developing and growing and creating over all the years spent together. This community is, like I say, it transcends the particular channel that we're communicating on. And so when I get to share the new channel with you, I hope that you'll all come over there, and I'm going to explain more and more as we go through this live stream, and I'll read all your comments towards the end. And thank you all for your kind comments here in the chat and also over on those posts. I mean, yeah, I suppose try not to get emotional here, but the people, the people, that came in young, listening to Roald Dahls, and then went into Plato and then found Gurdjieff, that I am the person who's introduced you to Gurdjieff. It just makes me so happy. And like I say, it wasn't all for naught, because I hopefully, and I think by doing what I was doing on the channel, I have introduced people to the Gurdjieff ideas and framework, and Ouspensky, and of course all of the other characters that surround the Gurdjieff ecosystem. And like I say, I'm just so grateful and thankful for your support, for your kind words, and it means the world to me, and that this is more than the channel. This community can grow and continue on. And many people also, their concerns were, oh, what about all the readings? What about the Roald Dahls? What about my favorite Enid Blytons? Well, as I've been sharing, and it continues, and many of you have signed up, but there is the book club app. So this is the home screen of the book club app. The link is in the description, I believe. And so, yes, Caroline, the app will continue again, God willing, inshallah, unless the copyright gods get in touch with that, and I'll probably be in more trouble if they discover that, because of course I'm earning revenue. But well, we'll see. It's in God's lap, as they say, God willing. But I'm going to go through some of the collections that are already there. And just regarding the app, I say it often, but if you sign up for the app on the lowest tier, which is just £3 a month, I believe, so very good value in my opinion. If you sign up for that, upon signing up, you are welcome to share with me which book you'd like me to upload next. At the minute, I'm working hard to finish Beelzebub's Tales to his grandson, and also Gurdjieff's Meeting with Remarkable Men. So I'm sort of, well, mostly at the minute, at the moment, I am, like I say, working through Beelzebub's Tales, and I think we have only 8 chapters left. But if you sign up, and I'm going to go through the collections in a moment of what's already on the app, and you want a book that's disappeared from Book Club channel, then you can say, hey, I want to hear this, and then I'll start uploading those. And like I say, at the moment, all we're doing is Beelzebub's Tales, really. And so go sign up. Many of you have signed up for free by way of maintaining contact, so I appreciate that also. And maybe I'll start sharing some writing there, like a newsletter. But of course, the main thing is that it's the audiobook app. And so just very quickly, here are some of the collections that you can go and listen to. Roald Dahl, of course, there's 52 Roald Dahl books, 14 Enid Blyton books, 13 of Plato's dialogues, 8 H.G. Wells works, and I've got many more of the H.G. Wells collection to upload, and the complete In Search of the Miraculous. So if you're a fan of In Search of the Miraculous, you can go listen on the app. It's just the Patreon app, Matthew. So if you just go to Patreon, you'll find it, or the link's in the description, I believe. You've got the book Life of Pi, The Fellowship of the Ring, Pride and Prejudice, which was an absolute classic and a gem when we were working through it. I enjoyed it very much. A Ready Player One, Around the World in 80 Days, and Classic Stories and Fairy Tales, 24 of those to enjoy. And Caroline, 2 of Caroline's Songbird's favourites here, The Secret Garden, the Book of Psalms, Meditations from Marcus Aurelius, Beelzebub's Tales to his grandson, again 41 chapters there, The Wind in the Willows, and The Complete Walden. So these are the collections. There's more. I didn't share them all. If you go, you'll be able to browse through. The best way to find them all is to look in the collection section. But like I say, if there's something that you really want to listen to that goes away once, like I say, it's funny how it's going to manifest tomorrow when you go to hello there, everything M's. Yes, I've saved The Secret Garden already, but no, I need to grab Anne of Green Gables. So it's a good job that you mentioned that, because I don't have that backed up. But no, you're absolutely right. Anne of Green Gables, that's on my to-do list. When we finish this stream, I'll grab that. But yeah, it feels strange when it's, we won't be there anymore. You type in book club or Lewis Kirk and, the book club won't be there. And again, who knows? The YouTube gods may smile on us, but I'm not too expectant. I don't have much hope that will occur. And so yes, and I believe so, Matthew. It's it's very simple and straightforward, my friend. So I believe the link is in the description. Let me just find out very quickly. I'll pause this, but I'm sure I put the link in the description. Yeah, if you click on the description, it's there in the description. So you just click on that and it will bring it up if you're on your phone. And so one other thing before we get onto the new channel, many of you reach out, which is wonderful. I've sort of developed a firm friendship and relationship with many of you, whether it's as peers or you sharing the books you think would be great for the channel, or discussing philosophical and metaphysical subjects, or the books that we're reading. But many of you also reach out sort of for help and support, for coaching, if you like, asking questions in this way. And I've always felt in the past that I'd never given enough time to that, because of course it's quite sort of intense forming a relationship in that way. But because of all of those inquiries that I've been getting, I'm thinking seriously about creating some sort of coaching scheme. And again, if you look around closely on the Patreon app, you'll find that option also. So I'm also considering, creating that service for anyone who wants to work directly, a sort of life coaching to achieve your goals, move forward in your life, and wake up. You know, if you've read my book, Awakening the Machine, let me just pitch that as well while I'm here. You know, I have a book, Awakening the Machine. You can find it on Amazon. But that brings us that was the past, all of that. The app's available. Sadly, the channel looks like from tomorrow it will be unavailable. God willing, this channel will remain, but again, 50-50, I would say. I don't know. But now it brings us into the future. And I received, just like I'm talking about these sort of communications I received a wonderful email that I'm not going to read the whole email, but I'll share the gist of it, because again, whether it's in the chat that I don't think of something and the chat does, or through email I don't think of something and someone does, but from Dale Axelrod. So if you're here watching and listening, or you watch this on catch up, I appreciate it. But he just says, I just happened upon and enjoyed listening to your reading of Gurdjieff's Catastrophic Crash and A New Direction for the Work, up to the point where you begin the second chapter, A New Direction. And he says, it strikes me that this copyright problem of the channel is similar to Gurdjieff's car accident. And you will be given a speech similar to the one G had Olga de Hartmann read, and you'll be closing the institute and moving in a new direction. I'd like to be kept in the loop. And hey there, Dale, a great email that you sent out. So Dale sort of through synchronicity, saw this copyright issue as the crash, and that it's forced me to move away from the live readings, and I will continue to do live readings. Maybe I'll talk about that now, because Everything M's is asking about it, and I'm sure many of you are wondering, will we continue the live reads? What I think we'll do over on the new channel is continue the live reads, but the form and scope will be slightly different. I think maybe we'll do less, and probably only Gurdjieff and scripture. But again, we'll get to that in a moment. And then we'll do them live, and then there'll be a week to catch up. And then I'm going to set them to private and download them and upload them on the app if you do miss them. And that way we will avoid any copyright issues, because people won't be able to stumble across them if they haven't attended the live and don't know that it existed. Then they won't know. So we will continue the lives, but it will be like there'll be a, there'll be a premium on attending the live or catching up in the following week. And so I think that's my plan. But that brings us to the new channel. Again, the link is in the description, and I'm just going to go through what this channel is about, how it came about, my plan moving forward. And like I say, the link's in the description, so please go and subscribe to that. Also sign up for the app to whatever tier you want, the free tier, the audio book tier. Hello Ems, the premium is on attending the live reading or listening in a week, because then it will disappear. So yeah, I'm only going to keep the live stream up for a week and then set it to private. But the new channel, which we're going to get onto now, and like I say, there will be some live readings, and the link is in the description, so I'd love for you all to go and sign up. I've called it the 4 Ideals, and this comes from Gurdjieff. So I think we're up to 21 or more. We're up to 21 or more subscribers now. Melissa's Mind has just subscribed, so we're cruising now. We're flying, and the first video is up, which draws from the 4 Ideals and a passage from Beelzebub, where this 4 Ideals have been inspired from. But this new channel, the 4 Ideals, and as you could probably see there, the 0 is not a 0, it's a 6. And so when I tell you about the 4 Ideals, you'll understand why I've changed the 0 to a 6, and all the wonderful word games or number games we can play with it. So in Gurdjieff's Beelzebub's Tales to his grandson, he speaks about Buddhism, Lamaism, Christianity, and Islam, and how these are the world religions, but how they've become degraded over time through the sleep of humanity. The religious institutions that have built up around them, they've in a sense become corrupted. They've lost much of their essence. And I shared over on the book club channel, I began speaking about the syncretic sayings, which, if you like, it was the first iteration of this. The syncretic sayings, the sayings and the teachings within all of the religions that are exactly the same. And so the name, the 4 Ideals, of course, stretches back to Gurdjieff, because it's Gurdjieff's concept ultimately, so that will keep the Gurdjieff theme going. I'm not going to stop talking about Gurdjieff, of course, because that's what I enjoyed doing the most at the channel. And like I say, sometimes these things happen for a reason, and like Dale Axelrod says, it forces us to move forward, for me to speak more freely, more openly, maybe a bit more directly perhaps, but it will stretch back to Gurdjieff. This is Gurdjieff's concept, Gurdjieff's idea, the 4 ideals. And like I mentioned there, those 4 ideals, Buddha, Lama, Jesus and Muhammad, I feel upon hearing those names that it wouldn't be complete without 2 more, which is Krishna and Plato. And so that is why you'll see the O of the 4 is a 6, because I've added 2 more. And again, I suppose it's my channel, my ideas, but I've valued very much from the teachings of Krishna and Plato, and so I feel they're as important as the biblical corpus, the Quran and Hadith, and all of the different Buddhist scriptures. And it's my goal, I suppose. It's a rather ambitious goal, but it's what I'm interested in and what I see as being important for the future. It's like, religious unification, multi-faith ministry. I'm not going to start a ministry, but you know what I mean? That everything has become separate, has got very distant to all the different sects, all of the polarities. No one can agree on anything. So I'm hoping that by speaking about these things, sharing all of the similarities and these ideals, hopefully people will begin to see that they're not so different, that the submission to God of the Bhakti Yogas that follow Krishna is not so dissimilar to the submission that the Muslim has to Allah. So it's very similar. And again, we're going to get into that as we go. And I don't know, Ali, I don't know what the plan is really regarding the books at the moment, but what I think we will be beginning with, and anyone who enjoyed the Gurdjieff corpus will be happy to hear this. I was very much looking forward to sharing Margaret Anderson's The Unknowable Gurdjieff, so that will begin, and then Thomas de Hartmann, or Thomas and Olga de Hartmann's Our Life with Mr. Gurdjieff. So they will be our first ones, but as I've said, and I will state again here and then later on when we begin, they'll be slightly different, the format. We'll do the live reading, probably on Sunday and Monday. We'll do the live reading, then you'll have a week to catch up, and then they'll go, just so that we can avoid all of this copyright issue moving forward, and then they'll disappear on the channel. But of course, you will be able to request them over at the Book Club audiobook app. So that's everything I wanted to share with you today. Any questions or things you want clearing up, get them in the chat. I'm going to go back to the beginning and read all the chat. I don't think it's appropriate to read all of the lovely messages from the posts, because it may bring a tear to my eye, and it's rather what's the word? Sort of blowing my own trumpet, I suppose it would be, if I were to read them all out, and I'd likely get very emotional, and so I don't think we need all that. And yes, that's a great reminder. Thanks, Melissa's Mind, for that, for your comment there. I'm going to read all the comments now, so don't go anywhere. But Melissa's Mind says, you also have excellent content yourself. Your political videos was very concise and balanced, and that reminds me, I didn't share it, but Melissa's Mind's great comment has reminded me, we have the 4 ideals, 6 ideals, 64 ideals, whatever you want to play with that number, but we have the 4 ideals, and that's what one should be aspiring to, an ideal, something to live up to. Maurice Nichols says that sin, the Christian sin, is to miss the mark. And so if you don't have an ideal that you're living up to, then there's no sin, because you don't have a name, you don't have an ideal. And then this brings us to an anti-vision. The anti-vision would be what we don't want, the life we don't want to live. And this brings us to Melissa's Mind's comment. There's this concept in all religions, eschatology, the end of the world, or sort of the antichrist, the negative aspect and negative forces. And so, as you know, I often will sort of hint at mechanical humanity, government control, media propaganda, many of these things that I enjoy thinking about. And it was quite entertaining, actually. With all respect, some people, I'd just done a video about conspiracy books. I said, the new poll, I think, or I did something, and then, and some conspiracy books. And a few of you were like, you spoke about the conspiracy books and they've took the channel down. So I found that rather amusing. But yes, I will be able to speak about the anti-vision, eschatology, government control, and all of these sort of darker forces, because as you know, with the yin-yang symbol, right, within the light there is darkness, and within the darkness there is light. And Jean Harris, hello there Jean, if you're still with us, has just signed up to the app, and you can do the same. Like I say, if you want to just sign up for the free version, then you can listen to the first 5 minutes of all of the books by preview. And so now I'm going to read all the comments. Hopefully I can keep the tears down, and I might have to take a moment, but it's been wonderful. Thank you all for joining, and I hope you'll come and continue the journey over at the 4 Ideals channel. There's also a Twitter. I may start contributing on Twitter as well with that. But I'm going to read the comments now, and if you've got any questions, if you want anything clearing up, want to share anything else before we say farewell, consider doing that. But I'm going to read the comments now. Sally Kanta says, I really wish I could be here for the last stream, but I have to work. Thank you so much for everything, Lewis. We'll miss you. And Sally Kanta, thank you for your comments on the other posts as well. I appreciate you, my friend. And if you're watching on Catch Up, hopefully you hear this. And I hope you have a fun time at work. But we will continue over at the 4 Ideals channel. And we will be able to interact and be the change that we wish to see in the world over there. Jean Harris says, hi Lewis, thank you so much for everything and all the readings. I'll miss you too. I'll miss you too, Jean Harris. But as I said, it appears you've signed up for the app, so you won't miss out on the readings. Jean, if you're listening, let me know which of the books that aren't on the app that you love and you want to listen to, and I will begin uploading those ASAP. So Jean, you can message. There's a private message function on there also. Send me a message on there. Send me an email. Whatever's easiest. Peace Rider says, hi Lewis. I guess you are looking into options. Just an idea. Keep the channel to let people know what's being read, and use the Zoom or in Signal where you can invite people who want to come. They can let you know they want to join for the story time via email. So that's a great idea, Peace Rider. But as I shared and laid out, we'll be over at the 4 Ideals channel. That's where all the fun and religious unification and multi-faith discussion will occur and take place. And so that's where you'll need to go and sign up. And I saw someone comment a moment ago, Everything M's says that we're up to 33 subscribers now. And Scott Laidler is also here. And hello there, Scott, and has subbed. So thanks everyone for subscribing. And I'm going to, maybe upload a little bit less, but try and increase the quality. It's something, again, that funny how these things occur that I've been thinking about. Sometimes I'll just record a video, do an edit and upload it, all in a matter of hours. Whereas with this new channel, it's a fresh start. So I'm going to put a lot more time and effort into the videos, give you more value, more to consider, more to think about, and hopefully, we can unify the whole world, huh? 9 and S says, "Hi Lewis, I've been a permanent member of the Catch Up crew. I'm here for you now." Well, I appreciate that, 9 and S, and like I say, hopefully we can continue this wonderful community over at the Four Ideals channel, and onwards and upwards, as many of you have said. We can mull and dwell and moan and bemoan, but I always knew the YouTube copyright gods were hovering, and now they've struck, and that's just the way it goes. Ali Wilson says, "Hi everyone." Johan Briss says, "Hi." Dave's here. Hello there, Dave. And says, "WTF?" And yes, Dave, it's sad news, isn't it, my friend? But what can we do? Peace Rider says, "Can you start a new channel?" Hopefully you've heard that, Peace Rider, where it is. The link's in the description, and everyone should head over there. And also, I don't know why, Peace Rider's comment there has made me think of it. Collaborations, if there's something regarding those religious traditions, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Platonic philosophy, and also Neoplatonism, Hare Krishna, Bhakti Yoga, and Hinduism, if you're sort of really interested in any of those, if you are super interested or see connections like myself and want to collaborate, work together on a video, I'll happily do that, because it's my opinion that if two of us or a group were to work on these collaborations or these videos, it would only enhance the quality, it would only make it better. So if that's you, if you're very interested in religious unification, if you've read other books on these things, then reach out. Of course, we'll work out a way to reach out over on the other channel, and I'd love to do that. Everything M says, "Hi Lewis and everyone, don't want this to be farewell." Well, I suppose it is in a way, Everything M's, it is in a way, but in a way it's not. In a way it's hello. Hello, and let's go. Erin Turner says, "Does that mean the BFG and Matilda and the Witches will be removed?" It does, Erin, from this channel, or sorry, the other book club channel. I think they've already been removed from this channel, even early copyright issues. But if you want to listen to them, Erin, as I say, you'd need to sign up for the book club audiobook app. Links in the description. Those three favorites of yours, the BFG, Matilda, and the Witches, are all there, and you will be able to listen to them ad-free. Matthew says, "Man, I hate that you're leaving. I love the way that you read the books. It's absolutely fantastic." Well, Matthew, I appreciate that. And as I say, we will be continuing, but in a new form, a new format. Erin Turner, "I absolutely love your narrator voice." Well, like I say, it's just changing form, I suppose. It's not going anywhere. If you love it and want to continue listening and enjoying the readings over and over, as I said, there's ways and means to do that. And the best place would be at the audiobook app. Everything M says, "Nothing good can last forever, sadly." Melissa's Mind arrived and says, "Hi here." Matthew Shiwat says, "How do I get your app in the US? Because I want it." And hello there, Matthew, if you're still here watching and listening. I hope you've worked that out, my friend, and that you've been able to sign up. But if not, like I say, let me know and we'll try and work that out together. But I wanted to upload the first video on the new channel, A Passage from Beelzebub's Tales, just so that we can begin a dialogue and discussion there. And I'll sort of do a proper video or channel intro at some point in the future, coming very soon, I'd hope. So anyone else who's struggling to get the app, just let me know. But I'm sure if you open your mobile phone, your device, and click the link in the description, it will take you to the Patreon app, or sort of prompt you to download the Patreon app, and then download the Patreon app, click it again, and my sort of page on the app should open up. Tom Horwath says, I've just been listening to your wonderful Roald Dahl over the past week, Lewis. I'm shocked by this news. Me too, Tom. I was. And now I've been through the 5 stages of grief, is that what they call it in psychology? I worked through them rather quickly, thankfully. And now I'm ready to move on. And like I say, if any of you are struggling, then you feel free to reach out. We can work through it together. Melissa's Mind, we really love the club and appreciate you. That's very kind, Melissa's Mind. You're too kind. Erin says, that's what I'm so sad about, Lewis. Your Dahl collection is the best on YouTube. Many people do say that, Erin, that when they think Roald Dahl, they now hear my voice. And again, not only many people introduced to the Gurdjieff and Ouspensky ideas through this channel, but also many, I don't know, hundreds, thousands people say how well they get off to sleep listening to these old dulcet tones of me reading. Many people say, thanks, you really helped me get off to sleep. I see that as a compliment rather than an insult, but you can still get off to sleep through the app. Hello there, Caroline Songbird. And again, seeing Caroline's name and face there, it reminds me that Caroline Songbird wanted Walden on the channel for a long time. Caroline was persistent, Walden's amazing. Let's read Walden. Should we read Walden? And eventually we did read Walden. And it was absolutely splendid. One of my favorite books of all time now, thanks to Caroline. So we read it. Caroline would be there. If you attended any of the Walden chats, Caroline also had did an amazing job of putting quotes in the chat. So we'd read the chapter, and then at the end, I'd go through and we would reread certain passages that stuck out to myself and Caroline, and now it's available in full on the app. But that just shows, like I say, although we're moving into a new format, again, I don't see why we can't bring some other books in. If people are desperate, maybe I could find a way to do that for people that wanted something different. We could work something out. Again, it's all very new. And this stream is just to point you to the new direction. Holy Cow says, you're a total blessing, Lewis, and that's very kind of you. You're very kind. Caroline says, will everything on the app still be available? God willing, Caroline, for the time being. But again, as I said at the start, how I started the stream, non-attachment and impermanence, I don't know. So for now, there's no danger, but who knows what the future holds. Tom says, you've definitely enhanced all our lives, Lewis. That's, again, very kind of you, Tom. And yeah, like I say, it's funny, I suppose for me, I would just do the readings, engage, share what I felt to be true. And if that's benefited you guys, then I'm really happy about that, of course, and I hope it can continue. Melissa's Mind is in, signed up for the app. Caroline says, I didn't want to lose the Secret Garden. The Secret Garden's on the app. And again, like I was just sharing, Caroline says, I'm so grateful for your Walden reading. Thank you so much, Lewis. And so yeah, Walden and the Secret Garden are both on there. Everything M says, if you decide to make a new channel, will you redo some of your favorite reads? Like I said, Everything M's, I don't see why not. There'll be the new live reading format, as I've just shared, where they'll stay up for a week. But I don't see why not. Why not? But I do want to maybe lean more on some of my own views, my own theories and philosophies, if you like, although multi-faith and religious unification is nothing new. There's not much of it about, I don't think. Many people are strict and very much indoctrinated, and no one's willing to cross over the aisle. But I'm not interested in that. So I'm happy to go across the aisle. So yes, there is every chance, Everything M's, that we will read some of the favourites once again. And also, that's just reminded me, Everything M's, thank you. I also have Aldous Huxley's The Perennial Philosophy and Plato's Republic, which are rather long texts to upload. And perhaps what we could do is, as I upload them on the app, we could do a study session on the channel, on the Four Ideals channel, because really Aldous Huxley's The Perennial Philosophy falls right into that camp also. Maybe a foundational text, if you like, of perennialism. So we could do that as well, upload it. Everyone's got a week to listen. We can do a stream discussing the contents. So that's another option. Matthew can't find the app. I hope you've sorted it out now. Everything M's, can you save Anne of Green Gables in the Secret Garden? Yeah, I've read that one, and hopefully I will be able to grab Anne of Green Gables. Yeah, fantastic, guys. Caroline says, will you be adding to Lewis Kurt reading channel with children books? Perhaps, Caroline, possiblemente, but I'm not sure at the minute. I'll probably be focusing all my attention on the new channel. And yeah, we'll see. Everything M's, will you still be allowed to live stream if the channel remains? Like I say, I don't know if you mean this one or the new one, but like I say, the new one, I think once you reach a certain threshold, then you can live stream. I don't know what that is. But as soon as that's available, I really enjoy doing these live streams and interacting. So I will certainly do that very soon. Yeah, if you haven't yet, go and subscribe. The link's in the description, so you can go and subscribe and continue the journey. And where are we? So yeah, this is fantastic, guys. People seem to be finding the app and signing up, so that's wonderful. And if you have signed up today, be sure to let me know what book you want me to bring, and that'll likely keep me very busy. Everything M says you've gone up to 33 subscribers in a matter of minutes. It's only up from here, Lewis. So while I'm reading that, I'll just go and do a little check to see what we're up to now. 40 subscribers. So 40 subscribers, just one video, and I imagine it's all the clubbers coming over. So fantastic, guys. Thank you. Yeah, Scott Laidlife is still here listening to me ramble. Thanks for subbing, and let's go. A Clump says Lord of the Rings has been not recommended by the Eye of Sauron. So yeah, that's it. Funny. 9 and S says, you're absolutely right. The journey continues. Yeah, Gene Harris. Hi, I've just signed up for your Patreon app. Have you received it? I certainly have received it, Gene, if you're still there watching. And yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys, and I think Matthew has just signed up as well to the app. So you guys, you're going to keep me busy, because if you let me know what book you want me to add, then I will begin, cycling through Beelzebub, whatever you want, and you'll see how it works. And maybe I should have said this earlier. The apps, what I do is I just take the live readings that we do together, cut out all of the waffle of me chipping in and ruining the reading by, sharing my 2 pennies worth. And so it's just the audio book in its entirety with no waffle, pauses, burps, and slurps. And thinking of a slurp. So I'm glad that you guys have all found that. And yeah, Matthew says, I just got your entire library. Let's go. So yeah, let's go indeed, Matthew. I'm glad you figured it out, and you can go and listen to those, and also let me know if there's something that you want to listen to that's unavailable, and I'll make it available. Matthew, okay, I got the app and I have an account. Let's see if I can make this work. And yes, obviously work that out. And Matthew says, but yet other people are reading the same stories on YouTube and don't get copyrighted. That's right, but we can't worry about them really, Matthew. I'm not going to sort of get vindictive and spiteful and start saying, oh, but they're reading, and put copy strikes on them. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'll just have to accept this with humility and I don't know about love, but humility and temperance and onwards and upwards. Peace Rider subscribed to the new channel just now, so that's fantastic. We're coming to the end of the comments now, so if there's no more comments, I'll say farewell and get to work thinking about the first few videos. So yes, Ali, there is many books that you will love on the app, so go and check that out, Ali. And Jean done both, subscribed and signed up for the Patreon app. So fantastic, and thank you. As Stephen Lance says, I'll try and follow if I can figure it out, and then goes on to say, I just found it and subscribed to your 4 Ideals channel because I actually think your channel is a kind of brain food. So I'm happy to hear that, Stephen. And like I say, yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue. Melissa's Mind says, excellent, 100%, I believe. Just encourage others to subscribe. So yeah, of course, like and share. As always, now you'll be sharing the new channel, hopefully, and I would appreciate it. Everything M says, yeah, and keep the comments coming in, but I will say goodbye and good night if they dry up. But a great question from Everything M's says, are you apprehensive about growing a whole new channel again? If you were here from the beginning, this is already my second attempt, Everything M's. So we started here at Lewis Kirk, then it got demonetized, so I was unable to earn a revenue on the Lewis Kirk channel. So then I started Book Club and got it up to 22 and however many, 22 point whatever subscribers. And now it's take 3. But on take 3, as I say, I've got a new plan for the live readings. I'll try and lean more on my own views, my own sort of, views of the world, my own internal philosophy, if you like. And so I think it's the only thing to do, isn't it? Everything M's. I could just stop, meditate and read myself, but I sort of love this community so much now that I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to just go off into the shadows. I could, and there's lots of content for you guys to watch on YouTube. I'm sure you guys wouldn't get bored and go, oh, there's no more book club. What am I going to do? because YouTube, there's billions of hours uploaded every day, but there's only one 4 Ideals channel. So, but yes, Everything M's. It's frustrating, but it's life, isn't it? Life is suffering, as the Buddha says, which I'm sure we'll get into. I'm sure we'll get into the similarities of the religions that all talk about suffering. Matthew asks, is Dirty Beast in the Roald Dahl collection? I didn't see it there. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. It's if it's not there, Matthew, and you'd like it, that'll be an easy one to upload. So if it's not there, and like I said, I'm sure you've looked, maybe it's not yet. Let me look so that we can look together. If it's not, that's a very easy one, and I can do that right away for you. And like I say, it's incredible, you guys all coming up and signing up and supporting, and I do appreciate it very much. But let me have a look for you, Matthew. And if it's not, then I'll upload it. I'm just going through. There's all of the great ones. There's some fantastic Roald Dahls. Revolting Rhymes, but no, not Dirty Beasts. So Revolting Rhymes is there, but not Dirty Beasts. So I'll do that for you tomorrow, Matthew. And then, like I say, that'll be very easy. Not much editing to do. So please feel free to ask for another. And Dirty Beasts will be on there very soon. Everything M says, I'm an OG. That's why I feel this must be so frustrating for you. So Everything M's has been here from the beginning. It is frustrating, but like I've mentioned in many of the videos, we can't control what happens to us, but we can control our reaction. And so, like I say, I could descend into depression and alcoholism. Maybe that would be more entertaining if I documented that on the channel, but I don't plan to do that. So I will just start again and talk from the heart. So yeah, I'll do that for you, Matthew, tomorrow. And high influences, can you use material that is out of copyright? You certainly can. High influences, and that's a great point. So thank you, Higher Influence, for making that point. If a book is out of copyright and it's very clear, perhaps I'll check, copyright. If it's out of copyright, then it can just stay up. I won't remove it, take it down. So good point there, Higher Influence, and that's a great point, and I'll keep that in mind when I'm uploading them. So yes, Matthew, I will add Dirty Beast tomorrow. And a wonderful comment from Graham Fortune. I do hope you'll come along with us, Graham, because it's been a pleasure getting to know you, my friend. It says it's not the books, it's the community. Anyone can buy a book. You can't buy a community, and that's absolutely right. I suppose you have to grow, nurture, and encourage community, which we've done, and I hope we can continue. And so we've come to the end of the stream, the end of what I wanted to share with you all, and the end of the comments. So the app, the new channel, God willing, this channel, the Lewis Kirk channel, will continue to live, but I don't know. Like I say, I'm giving it about 50-50 that it will stay or go. Who knows? But yeah, Everything M says, bye Lewis and Clubbers. See you all at the other channel. Everything M's, thanks for your participation this evening, and I will see you over there very soon. Again, you can go and even begin commenting on the first video already. It's just a passage from Beelzebub's Tales. Graham subscribed to the 4 Ideals, so I appreciate that very much, Graham, and look forward to seeing you over there. Let me just do a bit of research, actually, if there's anything required to do a live stream, so that we can do it. I'm gonna speak to Google rather than type it out. Are there any requirements for a new YouTube channel to live stream? To live stream on YouTube, you need a verified channel with no live streaming restrictions in the past 90 days. So I think I'm verified, and so we can live stream straight away on the new channel. So that's good news, isn't it? We don't have to wait. We can stream live right away. And so, yes, that's all for this evening. Thanks again. You know where to head to find me. And I look forward to this next chapter. Like I say, Dale Axelrod put it very nicely. This is like the catastrophic accident in Gurdjieff's life that changed the way. And I will certainly be changing how I do things with increased quality, increased sort of passion and heart, and be more authentic, and hopefully continue some of your favorite books. But for now, I will say thank you all so much for joining, for your continued support and love and kind words. And on to the next chapter, hey? I will see you over on the 4 Ideals, and God willing, this Lewis Kirk channel will remain. Everyone, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye, guys.